Like, I wouldn't mind, but this is the most generic fucking movie ever as well. It's like
Yeah.
person traveling through time, and there's a love story twist to it. Great. So is
The
about 50% of
motherfucker. How
Hollywood.
else do you expect to go back to modern day and see a poster for the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen if this man didn't fucking get his inspiration now? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the greatest movie of all time,
I love it.
written by this man.
I love it.
Right.
Of course you would. I was being fucking facetious, and I knew you would unironically love that. The movie, the movie that made Sean Connery
Wait.
say, "Fuck that, I'm not acting anymore." You would love.
I did. I enjoyed that fucking movie.
Here, please accept this as a gift.
Can we disconnect
In the
him?
name of this encounter.
He's kind of one of the founders of the channel, Dennis. I mean, like,
Oh, that's all right.
it would cause a lot of eruptions in the group chat if we kicked him off the call.
It looks old, but it's just a
I know. I think Jerry Soule will be up for it.
My family has the
He would be, but then he's a shit stirrer. He'd always do that.
We like to make things.
He'd
And
do
this
it
is
just
the
for
kind
the
of thing
shits and
my
giggles.
father likes to make.
Yeah, and then Amy would just get the popcorn out for the drama.
So there are old-fashioned cameras.
And then
and
Aaron would
pocket
just
watches
chime
all
in
over
with like
his
random
house.
fucking nonsense.
And
On
what
the
I like
lads.
to do is give them to friends.
And Jimmy.
What's going on, lads?
Thank you.
Has he been to a
That's
show
not-
yet? By the way,
Thank you.
Yes,
What?
he has, yeah.
You one of my
What show was
greatest
that?
benefactors,
Just
you know.
He's
stadium.
at the
Talking
stadium
to
show,
you
yeah.
like this gives
Didn't
me
see him.
something
Didn't see you
immeasurably
either.
valuable.
didn't see anybody.
Well, you were too busy, Dennis.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
No, but that's fine. Like, you know,
Sorry.
you're gonna hang out with real friends. That's all right.
I
you know?
wasn't out gallivanting pretending to be a wrestler. Sorry.
No, exactly.
He was too busy big timing everyone.
He was. You were a bit of a big time
Who
guy.
did I
like-
big time?
You can't ask
Just
Oh,
me
like,
that.
you were up there in the crow's nest and everything. We saw you. We were watching.
That
you
was
then.
me with Cowboy trying to go, what the fuck is happening? 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 That was me. That was me panicking. Because when you look around and you go, right, my referee doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do. Guess I gotta go talk to Cowboy. Oh, Cowboy! You know, like,
Send help.
to be fair though, Cowboy fucking saved the day at that show.
Yep.
Legend. He took control of that event. That was Cowboy.
Mm.
He ran that shit, and I won't hear otherwise.
No, he absolutely did. To his credit.
Gunshots?
Here in 1980, what are the chances?
What's awful is the fact that like anytime it zooms in on fucking Ike's face, I just instantly
You
picture.
get aroused.
I
I just
picture Ike.
instantly pitch a tent. I just.
What does it remind you of, Foxy? Who's the first face you see when you see Ike?
Raiden from Metal Gear.
Yeah,
That is
Like-
a very good, solid comparison. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Original Raiden, not ninja
Revenge.
badass Raiden.
not Revengeance or Rising or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
The side-
Original, naked running around Raiden, which is why you're popping
Yes.
the tent.
Twink Raiden. Yeah.
I remember everybody complaining so much about that game and Konami getting in so much shit.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
like they
It was false
they
advertising.
used Solid Snake in like all the advertising, and you've played them for like one level at the start, and that was it. It's like fucking.
It was a clever ruse.
Hey!
It's like, ha ha ha! You like this cool character? Fuck you! Here's our new pretty little boy you can play as. He's not a grizzled war veteran.
He's an idiot.
And he's having arguments with his girlfriend on the
But
toilet.
then honestly, it is one of the greatest character arcs there's been because he did become a complete and utter badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much the successor to the Grey Fox, like gruff, angry. Just
Do it, Snake. Make me feel.
Lady, are you okay?
Where? My baby. She.
You were never pregnant. What the fuck are you
Baby?
talking about?
Lady.
I think
hold
maybe it was a bit
on.
strange that Homunculus was holding a baby, Dennis,
What's
just a
going
couple
on?
of minutes
Someone
ago.
hurt? I don't know. Call an ambulance.
That was a different
You
time.
got it.
You would
What's going on here?
that was
Mugging?
the fashion.
It was
Isn't
literally
this
5
Mr.
minutes ago.
Eckert?
It was in the same
That
area.
was the fashion at the time. It was like a handbag.
Like a handbag.
Get out of my way.
Like a handbag. You would place your items onto the child
Miriam,
and
stay
carry
with
the child.
me. Hold on.
In 1980.
It was fashion.
God, where's Dana?
I
Wasn't she
mean,
with you?
I can't expect
Did anyone
somebody,
see a baby?
like you to know that kind of thing. But
Yeah, because it was born in 1991.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, fashion was different.
Fashion was apparently a lot better in my time than in the 90s.
Wearing a box tail and carrying a baby as a handbag. That's just normal. Perfectly normal.
Did you
It was
see
a
her?
style at the time.
No. Did you?
To be fair, Dennis, if you are remaking this game, I think
don't
we
know.
all have a good shout here at the acting here. Like,
Oh, look at his
Anyone see
face.
who did this?
It's adult baby man.
it seems like one family in this
This is
in this
not
town
happening.
all have
Yeah,
small
it's
faces.
pretty.
Incredibly
To
small
be
faces.
fair, it's a pretty inbred town.
Yeah. It's the exact same people over the last 600 years. No one has changed.
I have no basis for saying they're remaking this. They're not remaking this. I would be so shocked for such a
No, but
niche
you
game
know how
to
it
get
goes.
remade.
Like, you have to keep saying it to will it into existence. That's how the collective
I
consciousness
do think with quite a lot of changes, joking aside, you could make a really cool modern game from this. General premise, you would need to do a lot of changes, but I think the general premise could be very cool.
It is that kind of weird oxymoron about it, isn't it? Where, like, in theory, if you're doing a remake of a game, it should be a game that like had an interesting concept or premise, but didn't quite stick the landing, and therefore
Yeah,
someone could do it.
I almost wouldn't remake the game. I'd almost
Hi.
just,
Excuse me.
I'd take the concept and redo the entire
Yeah, yeah.
thing using
But-
the concept.
But that's the kind of the weird contradiction of the market is that we'll only buy something we know is successful. So like people are happily going to buy fucking 4 or 5 different versions of The Last of Us because it was a hit.
Look, can I
But-
ask you a
Fuck
favor?
you, I own
Could
every
you-
one of
could you
them.
take a different
But,
way?
but you're a good example of it. Like that you're
It's
an
dangerous
example
here.
of that kind of
Please.
that trend, and that like you go with what you
Well,
know.
now hold on, but I also
Thank you.
booked that trend, and I'm not buying it because it did well or was successful. I bought it because I enjoyed it.
Please,
Yeah, no,
be
I'm
careful.
not saying
I didn't
like,
buy it off the premise of, oh, this was a popular game, I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The people that like makes the decision to begin with. Like if it was a choice
Oh,
between
yeah.
polish up this game that was a platinum hit already, or let's give a revision on a concept that didn't work quite well the first time. That's seen as
Well,
low
you want
risk
to be a
and as high risk.
pretty brave developer to do that,
Yeah.
really.
Absolutely,
um,
yeah. That's why they don't do it, because a lot of them don't. They have publishers and
The
deadlines.
remaking of like they did a great job with the recent polishing up and re-releasing of Last of Us 1. That is really good. It looks very smooth, and they've improved quite a few things in it. I get why they did it. The new TV show is coming out in January. Completely
Yeah,
makes
that's-
sense to me. Completely makes
Wait,
sense to me. But I love that game. But for
Hey,
context
are
at the
you
moment,
okay?
I literally just started playing today Crisis Core
She.
because it's been re-released.
Yeah.
And I played that way back when it was on the
She's gone
PSP.
again. Lady, hold on.
Yeah.
No, it has not been
What's going on? Someone hurt? I don't
Final
know, but
Fantasy
please, call
VII.
an
It hasn't
ambulance.
been
You got it.
completely
Is she all
redone.
right? What happened?
Yeah.
Essentially, it's
Isn't
just
this
been
Mr.
shined up
Eckert's?
Which is
a
fair
little
enough
bit,
as well.
but you still see, and there's been some voice acting added, but it still looks like some sort of PSP graphics at times. But I don't know. There was so many complaints I remember about that game at the time, where it was just like people
God,
saying like it
where's
was,
Dana? Wasn't she with you? Did anyone see a baby?
rightly or wrongly saying it was like a
I
female
don't know.
fantasy version of Final Fantasy, like
Hey,
of all
you were
the
just
Yeah.
talking
the
to this lady, weren't
good-looking anime boys all together and all this
you?
stuff.
That was
But I actually like the
Set.
story because you see like Sephiroth as a good guy, and then how he becomes bad and all this. But I wouldn't have called that a success. Although arguably now it will be a success because of the success of Final Fantasy VII
I'd say
again.
he's acting
So
suspicious.
Yeah, that's the saying. It's a market trend, and if anything,
yeah,
you know.
I mean, that
Yeah.
is the only reason they re-released it. Why else would you re-release a PSP game?
Hey,
Exactly,
where do you
yeah.
think you're going?
And it's something that people
Trying to
would have
make
been
a
clamoring for to
getaway?
begin
A
with, but now they
getaway?
have a reason to do
I
it,
haven't
to
done
bankroll it.
anything.
So yeah, that's the thing. So we're in trouble here. We need to get the fuck out of Dodge. Again, one point people may have picked up out there was that the baby's name was Dana, the same name as the waitress. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Well, now you see, right, what you're missing there.
Yes, Dennis. No, please continue.
That-
I'm really interested.
It's not actually Dana. It's actually a lack of you know, your understanding again of
course,
how
yes.
of how you heard it. It was actually the character saying, "Oh, that child's name is Dan," and like, you know, it was saying it was Dan. It was just how they said it. It wasn't Dana. You know.
A major case. That's it.
No.
Murder mystery. Time travel. That's
Wrong
the
answer.
concept.
Well, as well, like this guy is after
This
seeing
is
like
going to
someone
be
lose their
one
wife
hot project,
and baby
but
in the same day and goes,
if
"That's
this relates to
brilliant!"
that and it's gonna need a little more work.
God,
Actually,
fucking J.J. Abrams
it's gonna
here
need
needs
a
to have a
lot of
lie
work.
down.
But I must make this my
To be fair, I've
masterpiece.
worked in joke side. I've worked in entertainment for a good chunk of my life. I have known a lot of directors like that, honestly. I have known directors and actors like that who are just
No, really.
fucking weird.
This time,
You know, like,
Yeah.
like
No, I believe that.
didn't I tell you?
Oh look, here we are, floating in the loading screen. Hey, look how postmodern this is.
It's tough enough.
Well, this is to reflect the catastrophe going on in Ike's mind at the moment. How everything is bubbling together and nothing's making sense. It's meant to be, you know, the skewed, you know, threads of time flying
That's
around
why
him.
Uncle is upside down at the moment, isn't it?
Well,
To
that's
reflect
showing his like an hourglass turns upside down. You know, it's representing time again. You know?
time, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, fair enough.
And see, when he says goodbye for now, that's a reference to time as well.
That
For
was
now,
quite
isn't
obvious. Yeah.
Okay. I just thought you were missing that.
I think actually I'm on board. I understand, but Foxy is completely out of the loop. So you have to.
Foxy looks terrified. he's like,
Foxy's just here for the bullshit. That's all he's here for.
gee, I hope
He-
somebody drugs me tonight.
Oh look, the poster's changed.
Hey, look, it's a poster for that new movie. What's it
I have a
about?
feeling that both of these characters' names are Ashley.
A man with the power
There's
to
like an
find
Ashley and an
himself
Ashley,
uncovers
so
the
they don't
truth
get
behind the
separate, like,
grisly serial murder.
confused.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff.
Hey, what's
Oh,
cool?
and here's Ashley.
Oh, this director. I am such
And
a
here's
great fan
Ash.
of his. Oh my god, you
And
too?
Asher.
That is so totally
Mhm.
amazing.
Script for
Oh,
two. That just
Yeah.
looks like Doctor Who. Let's not like that. Just
Yeah,
looks
that
like
is essentially
Doctor
Doctor Who. Yeah.
I've got a good feeling about this one too.
Well, your movie's been produced now. It's a
Another
bit
major
late
hit.
for it to be.
No doubt about that. Really.
Also, why aren't you in Hollywood and not in fucking a sleepy town in Germany? Famous film directors still staying in this town, like. And legit because the person driving the car would have had witnesses, he just stops. Which is the second time this has happened.
Hello?
Why would you go and kill somebody with witnesses?
Oh no, I'm just saying, like,
Well-
it's there. No, let's say it's fair. It's the second time
Shut
this
the
has happened.
fuck up then,
It's
eh?
the same killer,
Yeah,
same
well,
pattern.
Time's weird.
Time is weird, Dennis. That is... Wow, what a profound fucking Confucius level quote that is.
I want that on my fucking gravestone.
Dennis Murphy's fucking Art of War here. Holy shit, like.
No, I just want
It's weird.
literally nothing else on my tombstone except time's weird.
Have you ever tried auditioning for Doctor Who? Because obviously you've got the waistcoats for it. But you can just imagine going like, oh, what should we do now, Doctor?
Damn.
I don't fucking know. Time is weird. What are you asking me?
I could be the most
I'm locked
popular
in.
Doctor Who.
Why do I get the feeling that Boulder is gonna come rolling down those fucking stairs for you?
Because it feels like a Crash Bandicoot level.
Yep.
All it's missing is a hog to navigate the level instead.
See, this represents the twisting of time and
I think it's just a clock tower, Dennis. There's nothing more complicated than this. It's a
you've
fucking
answered
tower.
yourself. It's a clock tower. Clock. Time. Clocks tell time.
Don't just yell random words at
Mr.
me.
Eckert, are you there?
Fucking facetiousness.
You're just using complicated words you don't understand.
Oh, jeez. There's not nearly enough blood there.
No.
And you wouldn't have landed that way.
No, he would not.
No, he'd probably have his neck in his chest.
But this may be the chance we've been looking for.
His legs would look normal sized.
Indoors.
He would have scorpioned himself.
The killer
Yeah.
in there with you. If you can somehow fool the killer, you may be able to catch him. Can't you do something to make sure you don't fall off without
So this is where he goes back and he invents the bungee rope. So when he falls,
Hilarious enough, the solution is not as daft as that. But
oh
it's
no,
close.
I know what it is.
Why, you
Well,
gonna
Foxy
trip him
said-
up?
No. How do we survive the fall, Foxy?
It's locked.
You're gonna rappel down the fucking tower.
I don't really want to think about it, but
That's a good start. Let's work on that.
who's trying to kill me be.
We have to try and fool the killer. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to a point where he thinks he's killed us.
And why would
He's
he?
going to go back to the time of Leonardo da Vinci. And he's going to get some of the wings that da Vinci designed. So that when he's pushed, he can just glide safely to the ground.
And just happen to have it on his person as he's being flown off, as if like a giant set of wings would not be.
Yes, because that's the most unbelievable part of what I just said. You know?
All this game has been pretty fucking unbelievable so far. So like literally anything
Thank
is
you. I
possible.
know it is a classic.
Oh, so you want me to answer and agree with that point?
Oh no, I wanted to let it hang. I wanted to let it hang. Brum.
Our new library is open by Brum. Brum 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 brum.
I've got some bucks for you. Brum.
Brum. Lebensbaum, bum 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 bum, is a shithole, bum bum bum.
Foxy's not allowed in because he won't stop flashing his bum. Flashing his
Flashing
bum.
his bum, flashing his bum, bum 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 bum. I like it. I like these not denying
Is there
these
any way to get
charges.
in without Mr. Eckert knowing?
Foxy's always
This is
told
a
me,
lock.
whenever I brought him up on this stuff, he
Maybe
says,
I can
hey, when
get
you've
a
got
hold
it,
of the
flaunt it.
key.
It's very hard to argue with a man that's that comfortable.
I mean, have you seen his squad counts? Like, let's give a few squad counts there if you don't mind.
Oh,
just
not
so
falling into that fucking trap.
Yeah, well, don't make them as racist this time, and they actually might make the edits.
Context!
No context, just squad counts.
I will fucking Michael Scott you.
Wow, what a strange threat.
You know exactly what I mean.
I don't.
All right. Hold still, please.
Uh-oh. I'm going
That's
to
what I
ruin
mean.
myself.
I mean, fair point. So now we're going back to the 1902s, where we are just about to take the family picture in a white robe, which is perfectly fine.
The tower key. Here's a duplicate. It should be okay for me to take one.
But this line of dialogue that this girl says earlier in the game now makes sense, because she saw us basically ducking out, when actually it was us in the future, going back to the past to steal the key. In the past.
Uh-oh.
Dennis, what's the symbology of stealing a key from the 1900s?
Well, I just need to kind of put it in terms that someone like you can understand, you know. But like it's about unlocking your inner self, you know, and kind of unlocking the mysteries of time and seeing where it brings you.
And why is it actually locked in the 1900s? What's so special about that era?
Why is what?
Why is it locked in the 1900s in particular? What's so special
Might
about
as
that
well
area?
turn back. There's nothing this way.
Well, like that was when locks were created.
Okay, citation needed, but carry on.
And so, like,
I
you
think
know,
I'll
if I'm
come
going to
back
go
later.
get a lock, I want to go to, you know, get the best lock because old means good. So I'm going to go and get the best lock I can from the oldest place I can. This is all fairly straightforward. I don't know how you're not getting this. I thought you worked in science, no?
I thought you were a scientist.
Yeah, you'd be shocked to hear this doesn't really fall into my remit.
I mean, like, this is kind of leaving cert stuff.
You want like a locksmith. Like for that.
How'd you get in here? Who are you? What are you doing here? I'm a locksmith. And,
I
well,
had a key.
I'm a locksmith.
I make keys and locks, and I unlock locks. So, yes.
I'm a locksmith. And I'm a locksmith.
Good luck with that.
Speaking of locks, fun fact, Foxy wears a chastity belt.
Yeah, I heard about that. He's upset because he's let away their secrets.
No, that was just a face he makes when he's trying to, like, readjust the metal scraping against it.
There is a lot of chafing involved, especially when you're going there for a tree count, you know?
Oh man, he's like, to stop the he's oiled up from the waist down.
I mean, wouldn't
It's
you
slick.
T40 the fucking shit.
What?
Exactly, yeah. No, that makes sense.
That's it. Like, if you pay close attention, anybody at like the next OTT event you're at, watch Foxy when he goes out and he gets his drink of water. You'll see the old can of WD-40 and the long spout and just a little. He's like the Tin Man.
Yeah.